Mr. McIntyre, you know what I can't stand?
What's that?
Moving.
Moving?
I also can't stand other people moving, especially when their objective is to, like, move a ball around or something stupid like that.
Oh, you're referring to the most prominent ball booter in the nation right now. Her first name is Megan something or other. She's the
Megan lesbian haircuts. I don't know, something
right.
like that.
Anyway, so she's the was she the star of the team or the captain of the women's soccer? Does anybody watch women's soccer, by the way, except lesbians? Are they the only people that watch women's soccer? Do you watch women's soccer?
I'm not a lesbian, okay? Don't look at me like that. I don't know.
I don't know of anybody who watches women's sports to begin with.
Look, some journalists would have to so they could report the story in the first place.
Anyway, okay, so she's made herself into an Andy Warhol 15 minutes of fame brat. By dissing the White House, dissing Trump, dissing the American flag, dropping the American flag, stepping on the American flag during the championship celebration, talking to the media, talking about equal pay, just using this as trading on her 50-minute celebrity, because she'll be forgotten about tomorrow morning like yesterday's fish wrap, and I'm talking about the New York Slimes newspaper as being the fish wrap, okay? That's what they used to wrap fish with. So she'll be forgotten soon. But while she's prominent, we should talk about this and compare this brat who can't stand success and has to rip down her country in order to make herself look pretty
After
good.
she just won playing on behalf of her country, like, okay.
It's women's soccer. Who cares about women's soccer? Who cares?
That's not the issue. As far as I'm concerned, the issue is not that it's. I mean, it could be, bobsled or curling. For all, if you're going to compete, on behalf of a nation, you're wearing that nation's, by your very nature, you are a representative to the world. And
but she's hijacking her nation, her nationality, hijacking it for her cheap political.
That's
lesbian.
That's what my problem. It's not the fact that it's women's soccer. It's the fact that that's what she did.
She hijacked.
That's my problem. She is hijacking it to grandstand.
If she won and said thank you very much, I'm proud to be an American, and she kept her mouth shut because nobody wants to hear what comes out of her mouth at all.
I mean, the fact that she's probably getting more pay than other women in other countries for being an athlete.
She's getting more pay than the other teammates. I don't know why they're keeping silent about that. Where's the equity? Where's the equity and the equality of that? But I want to contrast her with somebody who's also recently been in the news, and his name is John Krupinski, and he is a hockey coach. Maybe some of you folks out there have seen this. He's a hockey coach in a minor league hockey team in Danbury, Connecticut. Now, I was born in Massachusetts, so I love saying Connecticut.
I'm sure you love explaining why you like calling it Connecticut.
Anyway, what did he do? Well, he's so sick and tired of people like this Megan lesbian doing all this hijacking of nationalism that he gathered all of his players into the locker room. And he said, he leads off with this. We are not women's soccer. We are not the NFL, okay? And then he laid down the law. He said, if there's anybody here in this locker room who is going to be disrespectful of either the American or the Canadian flag, they were playing a Canadian team, national anthem, grab your gear now and get the fuck out of here because you're never going to see any ice in this arena ever again. We don't have that problem here in hockey. We're better than that. But there is no sense in wasting anybody's time if this shit is going to happen. By the way, nobody left the locker room. Okay. I mean,
I'd like to point out that this is minor league, so these are what, like high school, college, or
they're actually college age people who are trying to get into the major leagues.
Okay.
So they're working their way up.
Okay. So they're up and coming young people. I mean, there is a sort of social incentive, like Colin Kaepernick and all these other people. All the people they associate with are liberal or left of center. There's very few people in the NFL that are right of center. Ironically, though, the fans, the people that make up their base, typically are conservative. They are right of center. They do like America.
That's right.
They like standing for the anthem. That's why the anthem is played at games, is because because they assume the fans like that, and they do.
Yeah.
So these poor athletes are just disconnected with their actual fans, which is kind of sad and heartbreaking. Mm-hmm. But these people think that they're making a career move because all the they don't realize that they're isolating themselves from their fans, which is really
well. Actually, no. They're only isolating themselves from some of the fans. And here's the thing: they have figured out, Marxists and especially the lesbians have figured out if they use their celebrity, however brief it happens to be, and in this case, it's forgotten about almost tomorrow. If they use it to bash America and bash Donald Trump, they will be the media darlings for weeks. And that's exactly what's happening.
That's what happened to David Hogg. Remember that guy?
That's true. Hockey is one of the few sports that has not really been infected by Trump derangement syndrome.
Because the Canadians are just too nice.
Basketball has, certainly football has, with what's his name there?
Kaepernick. I almost said it like 50 times.
Kaepernick, yeah.
Colin.
Now, golf has not. So this weekend there are a lot of golf tournaments.
Well, I mean, you could argue Donald Trump plays golf, therefore golf is like it's just
but once he self-identifies as a woman, he'll be a hero because he'll be a lesbian then.
Sure, yeah. Anyway, but I think the comparison is that. I mean, at least from my cynical perspective, is that they have more to gain by being patriotic if they're less known, rather than if they are very well known, very connected with the sports community, the high society. They have more to gain by being unpatriotic, by being America bashing. And I mean, look at what's. I mean, this guy, the video that went viral is probably only going to be viral in American circles. Liberals are not going to be sharing it with their liberal friends.
Oh, no.
I'd be very surprised if the liberals if the left-wing media reported on it. And if they do, it's probably because he did something bad 10 years ago, something like that.
Well, we're going to have a link. We're going to have a link on this episode, which goes out Saturday. We're going to have a link on this, and so you can watch the coach's speech because it was recorded by one of the players. And that's one more thing is that. A major reason why this went viral is because somebody recorded it. I'll bet you dollars to millions this happens in most locker rooms in the United States. It's just people don't record it because that's a conversation that should be happening personally. It's not a conversation to go viral. It's just a real, honest conversation. Well, as the coach had said, his last statement was, coaches of athletics have a responsibility to keep their team squared away. We're very fortunate to be in a place, and we are in a very patriotic team and a very patriotic city. So what happens in athletics really should not have be hijacked for a political agenda just because the media is craving anything anti-American, anything anti-Trump. And they'll make a hero of anybody. If tomorrow you and I started podcasting and bashing Trump and bashing the United States, we would be at the top of the podcast pile, the very top.
Because we're better at bashing things than the lefties are. So, folks, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it.
Enjoy your sports game there. Remember to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see?